Welcome once again to Saturday Night Hype, and we got a big one. Singles action, Batman versus Piccolo. I am the Colonist. Aquaman in the corner of Batman of the Justice Leaguers, the current CIW Tag Team Champions. Reptile in the corner of Piccolo, the Greasy Green Gigolos, the Unit. And the way this match came about, with Michael Corleone on vacation and I running the show once again, is that the Greasy Green Gigolos, after the valiant effort they put in against Incredizone back at CIW versus TAW, plus the amount of wins and the amount of affection that they have garnered in the fans' hearts of the past several weeks since they've joined as a team, they said, we would like a title shot, but we want to earn it. So Piccolo challenged one of the members. He didn't care which one, and Batman said, all right, Piccolo, you want a challenge? I will answer that challenge. So it is a big one-on-one matchup here today. Some would maybe consider this a dream match. I don't deal with dreams, I deal with reality, and this is what we've got on the table for you. And here comes Piccolo. Now, Reptile is in his corner, but I guess he's already at ringside, or he already showed up, because he is not coming out here with Piccolo. But he is going to be at ringside. I have said, oh, there he is. Okay, he's coming. Yeah, there you see it on the graphic, but the Piccolo. And back to his shucking and jiving is Piccolo, after he reverted back a little bit to his serious form to take on Incredizone, knowing what the implications were of that. But this man has all the potential in the world here, and he knows what's at stake. I'll be dead honest with you. Piccolo wins this match. Probably I'm going to give him the championship opportunity, the title shot. So the tag team of the Greasy Green Gigolos has a lot at stake here on the shoulders of Piccolo, but at the same time, Batman is not an easy man to go down, and it is going to be quite the challenge for the Special Beam Pile Driver to put him down for the 3, and then of course the Bat Punch, the devastating Bat Punch who knocked out Incredizone, the team that formerly held the belts, which is what the Justice League, the team the Justice League won them from. And now we will see what has to come from there. And now all 4 of these men are not in the King of the Spring tournament, which is what we are hyping here. Referee Luke Goss assigned to the contest. Here we go. And Batman immediately goes with a punch and Piccolo out of the range. But of course, yes, King of the Spring, May 1st. We have the biggest tournament ever in CIW history, 32-man tournament. It's going to be a blast. Right, or actually, that was a left hand from Piccolo. An impressive counter southpaw strike and a nice arm wrench takedown by Piccolo. Knowing that that Bat Punch is so devastating, so unparalleledly devastating. Trying to get that arm out of the way and now taking the vertical base down with a leg attack. Take a drink or a scoop of ice cream. And none of these 4 participants are in the King of the Spring as it is right now. But of course, Incredizone, Mr. Incredible, and Frozone are in individual matches. In fact, one of the first matches we're going to watch on May 1st is Mr. Incredible versus the Joker. Nice back suplex there. And that is going to be what you're looking forward to, the 8 seed versus the 9 seed. And folks, if you haven't filled out a bracket yet, what are you waiting for? Oh, wait a second. Pile driver, Special Beam Pile Driver, so quickly into the matchup. And not even going for a cover, maybe knowing that Batman is just a little bit more than the average bear in regards to taking him down. And another nice back suplex. Piccolo has been all over Batman here in the early going. Now a nice double shoulder block, taking down the Winged Crusader of Gotham. But right now, Gotham is getting the Goth beaten out of him, as Piccolo has just stayed very consistently on Batman here, and now maybe getting a little air and a stomp to the abdomen. Trying to wear out that very rock-hard core of Piccolo, make it a little bit harder to get that pile driver going, which Batman has already weathered one of. And nice big right hand from Piccolo, and down goes Batman. Of course, this matchup with tag title implications on the line, as we previously mentioned. And the King of the Spring tournament, the winner, of course, gets basically the Money in the Bank treatment. Oh, what a running drop kick into the corner from Piccolo, who has not allowed Batman to get any sort of advantage here. And I must admit, I would have said that Piccolo had a speed advantage just because of the abilities that he's got in the actual canon, as opposed to Batman, but that has not stopped Batman in the past, and a big right hand from him. And right now, Batman is trying to get some air, maybe, but needs to stay on him as far as the offense is concerned. And now there we go, wrenching the arm, maybe going to attack it with his knee here in a second. Bam, there it is. And again, anything to stop that pile driver. That vicious pile driver that we've seen put away a couple of contenders since Piccolo has made his statement here. And oh, what a knee to the face. And that must have dazed Batman a little bit. But getting him back up now. And May 1st, of course, the King of the Spring, the finals of which will be at Doomsday on July the 16th, I believe, or July the 17th, as the 18th will be the conclusion. And the Doomsday 2-day event, we're going to see all the titles on the line. Of course, the first women's champion will be crowned then, but we've got a ways for that, as we are just 2 weeks away from the start of the King of the Spring tournament, and we are very excited to bring that to you. And of course, if you haven't filled out a bracket, please fill out a bracket. The link is in the description for your chance to win something. It is a prize that you will win if you correctly predict, or as close to, whoever wins the points, whoever gets the closest to will win the prize. And it will be some sort of merch I'm trying to get it to be. So we will definitely send you something, but so don't forget to add your email in when you're making out those brackets. But fill them up, folks, because I don't want to just give myself something. I didn't fill out a bracket, but I don't want it to be the same circle. So let's see how many brackets we can do. This is a March Madness tournament, but way later. And now Batman with a big body slam. Now starting to get a little more advantage. I'm actually a little surprised we haven't seen any movement from either Aquaman or Reptile, but I do think there is a bit of a healthy respect between these two teams, given the ascent of the Justice League and the surprise of Batman being the partner. Oh, what a drop kick. Again, another running drop kick into the corner. But the healthy respect has kind of kept the interference limited. And we do like to see that in the spirit of competition. You know, see two teams that are like, you know, we've got our corner men, but we're only going to get involved if we have to get involved. And that's refreshing, honestly, because we don't see that a whole lot in CIW. Most of the time, if someone's at ringside, shit's going down. So it's nice to see this kind of play out. And besides, with a match with the magnitude of Batman versus Piccolo, you don't want a lot of interference. You want to see how that plays out. Who's the better man? And I know for a fact, because I talked to Piccolo before this, that Piccolo specifically said, Reptile, this is my fight, even though I'm fighting for both of us. It's my fight, so I want to keep it that way. And I'm sure that Batman and Aquaman had a similar conversation. If we had a Bizzle or Josh again here, we'd be able to maybe further break that down. But that is a nice... Oh, wait a second. Special beam pile driver. Another special beam pile driver. Could be it here. Is that it? The cover could be over for Batman. 1, 2. No! Only 2. Wow. The resilience of Batman. I mean, we saw Batman have one of the greatest matches in CIW history at Thanks Grappling 21 against the current CIW champion Kratos, who, speaking of, next week on Saturday Night Hype, oh, what a backbreaker, wrenching the back of the neck, almost a horse collar backbreaker. And speaking of Kratos, his potential opponent, Captain Pollution, has made a claim and staked the claim that he wants a title shot. Kratos said, prove it. So he's facing the Exceeds champion, Noob Saibot, next week on Saturday Night Hype. And of course, that's huge, because if Noob Saibot wins, then that definitely propels him to a place above, and goes to show that in a similar way to WWE's Intercontinental title, that the Exceeds Championship is a possibility for people to rise through the ranks, as opposed to just remaining in one division or in one spot. So definitely a lot on the line. Captain Pollution versus Noob Saibot next week. Oh, wait a second. Piccolo, a third special beam pile driver. That has got to be it. And the cover here from Piccolo for a tag title shot. 1, 2. He got him. Piccolo with a gigantic win. And what a matchup. I mean, honestly, Piccolo came in to fight and came in prepared and wanted it just that little bit more, which means at Doomsday on June the 16th or 17th, I'm not going to tell you which day it's going to be, you've got the Justice League versus the Greasy Green Gigolos, and that is going to be a hell of a matchup. That is going to be a respectful matchup, I hope, but a huge win here today on Saturday Night Hype. We'll see you next week for the final match of Saturday Night Hype. Piccolo's your winner, and we'll see you next time, folks.